So I got myself a sweet deal from ECS Tuning though. I went and got the Black Friday sale, and I got the lip with the eyebrows, with the fog light moldings. You just stick on. Look clean though. Got the oil catch can. It has a stage 2 tune for 91. The K9 filter, but like you see, it's not the K9 filter. I need to go change it. I got a downpipe. I removed the first resonator. Simple wing. That's it. The dope. That's that's just the modifications I've done. And I got the system, stereo system. I got the 12-inch. And it is a manual and a Quattro. It does have the stage 2 clutch as well. I got from I don't know how you pronounce it. I want to say Sachs, SACH. So they do make for the double flywheel, mass flywheel. They do make them, and it's pretty much you could use your Luke dual mass flywheel with the Sachs heavy duty clutch. So it's rated about 400 pounds of torque, and that's how much you gotta need for the stage 2. It's like 400 to 500 pounds of torque, which could handle it. And so you could use your stock dual mass, your Luke dual mass. Now, if it's really bad, you need to replace it. But other than that, you go to a speed shop and they could either cut it for you, pretty much grind it down, so you could use the same dual mass. But everybody says you can't do that. Once it's gone, it's gone. You got to replace it, and that's like $1,200 just for the dual mass flywheel. And then the clutch is about $600-700, which is way better than spending like about almost like $2,000 just for the clutch, and almost another $2,000 for the flywheel. So I know they're saying, you're like, well, were you going the cheap route? It's not the cheap route. It's like it works. It works for me. It works for anybody on a budget. So it works on this car. I've been running it for about already almost over the year with the stage 2 clutch, the stage 2 tune, the downpipe, and it grips. It drives great. It drives beautiful, like new. I just got this engine rebuilt as well because piston number 2 decided to blow the piston ring out from the bottom part of the piston. But that's a whole different story. I had to completely get it rebuilt, but head's all rebuilt with new valves. Even though they didn't bend or nothing, but I still replaced them. New valves. All the head was redone, resurfaced, and the block didn't need to get homed. The walls were fine, so I was lucky enough to find somebody with the original size pistons, new ones, updated with the piston rings, but still with the 22 millimeter piston rings for the stock rods. So I didn't have to replace the rods. That was and that was great because that saved me a ton of money, not replacing the rods, not having to replace the bearings or anything else like that. So I just did is just replace the pistons and rebuilt the head. And that's pretty much it. New gasket system, all of that. Did put new injectors, because once you take them out and you have the little seal, the little O-ring seal, that's from the injectors, one-time use. Once you put them out, you can't reuse them because they'll leak. So instead of buying the leak to replace them, because then you have to buy the kit to replace those, just buy the whole fuel injector brand new, and then you save yourself some time with that, and you peace of mind that you got new injectors. So that was it. New injectors, new R8 coils from Bosch originals, spark plugs originals. Just gotta gap them 36 according to IE, so they're tuned. And other than that, just as well as this charge pipe to remove that big box silencer for the turbo. Replace that one as well. You have to remove the whole bumper in order to do that. Remove the fender well as well, pretty much because it got loose, and a different story again. And as well as I replaced the water pump with the new aluminum one. You can see it. New aluminum water pump. I don't think you'll be able to see it. Yeah, I did that on pretty much myself. The engine I had a mechanic to come put in, but everything else pretty much did myself. Even the clutch, believe it or not, the clutch in this car, I did it myself. And people say, well, how were you able to do it by yourself? That's time consuming. Yeah, it is time consuming. And you do need a special jack for the transmission, because believe me, the transmission of this is heavy, extremely heavy, and it's huge. To get this up in the air and just laying down on my back, it was heavy. In order to put it back up, it was the same thing. Brought it up to the front, but I took the whole front end off in order to slide the transmission out and slide it back in, and replace the whole clutch system, replace the flywheel, the dual mass, but with the stage 2 from Saks. But it was worth it. It took time, and I saved myself, I don't know, about $2 to $4 grand just on labor, and did the parts, and I just bought the parts myself from either ECS Tuning, or I got them at